All right. So, Mel, we have just come through 6 months of coaching together. And yeah, for anyone, who might be watching this and wondering what the coaching experience is like, I'm going to get Mel to run through, the journey that she's been on over the last 6 months, where Mel was when we first started it, and then, where you are now. And, speaking from my perspective, it's been absolutely amazing to watch you change and develop yourself, Mel. And I'm absolutely pumped to see where you are now and to know that you have overcome some huge things that were important to you at the beginning, like that consistency and the healthy boundaries, and maintaining those solid routines that just make you feel much better. So yeah, do you want to just give us a bit of a recap of where you were at 6 months ago, what was happening in your life, and what was present for you before we started on this coaching journey?
Yeah, sure. It's kind of hard to even, look back that far, and it just seems like such a distant thing. And yeah, the difference is just so massive. But yeah, basically, I felt like at that time there was just a lot of change and uncertainty happening. I had a relationship that was ending. I was leaving a job. I had a really unstable living situation with some toxic living environment. So yeah, there was just a lot of things that weren't really aligned with where I wanted to be. So yeah, it just felt really, kind of lost, I guess. And I felt like I was in a pretty deep hole and just didn't even know where to start, and how to get myself out of that dark hole. So yeah, then entered Josh.
Yeah, I remember when we first started, you were telling me that you've read all the books, and you've done a lot of study and you've done like different programs and stuff like that, but you've never actually had a one-on-one coach. And then a couple of months in, you were saying how, because you progressed so quickly. I remember it was the first 2 months, and you had the morning routines solid. You had already seen a whole bunch of shifts. And yeah, I remember you saying that you read all that stuff and you knew what you needed to do, but you just had trouble implementing it and staying consistent with it, which is where the coaching's been really helpful for the accountability and the support. Yeah, and it's just amazing to know that you so quickly came out of that dark hole, as you said, and into a new way of being. And it was awesome to watch you make that progression. And yeah, I'm just wanting to know, from your perspective, what are the things that really helped you get out of that hole, and what are the things that really helped you solidify the morning routine, get into a better relationship with yourself, which has then obviously helped with relationship with others. What were the big things that helped you make those changes?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, I think the accountability was a big thing for me, because yeah, I knew what needed to change. I kind of had an idea how I wanted my morning routine to look, and obviously knew that I had to set better boundaries, and knew I had to be able to be more confident and honest in communicating with the people in my life. But to actually have a weekly touch point with someone who's asking you tough questions at times, but yeah, and giving suggestions, new things to try, and I think also to kind of share the wins as well. I think that's a big thing as well, to keep going, not just get feedback on how to improve, but also when things are just going well, just to even be able to really celebrate that, because I guess it's something that us humans usually don't do as well. Something goes wrong and you just think about it for days and days and days, but then when things are going well, you don't really focus on that and celebrate that, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't just call up a friend and be like, you know what, I meditated this morning for 10 minutes and it was amazing. Like, but yeah, with you, like, yeah, you can just really celebrate those points as well, and it gives you a bit of a boost to keep going, and you know that you're on the right track. So yeah, I think the weekly accountability was massive. And yeah, the meditation practice as well, because previously I'd only done guided meditation. So yeah, kind of getting the suggestion and the instructions from you of how to kind of start trialing the unguided meditation. I think that's been really useful as well, really just allowing that space for whatever comes up in the morning in the thoughts, and being able to observe that. And I think that's been really important to kind of have a good start for the day.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously, you know, any kind of meditation is great, but when you do the guided meditations, you've got that voice in your head and it's like, you know, talking. So you're not actually getting to process your own thoughts. So when you do it unguided, it's a whole different experience. Hey, you get that time and space to actually process your own thoughts and your own emotions and observe them, and develop that better relationship. That's awesome to hear that you found that useful. So between that and the accountability, and yeah, you know, as I think back to, like, you know, different points along, you know, the journey over the last 6 months, I know there was heaps of little accomplishments, you know, and because we were checking in every week, it was, you know, you'd bring something to me that maybe, you know, you wouldn't have a conversation with to other people, but, you know, obviously we had this space to do it. And yeah, even just like little wins that would every week affirm and help you build that confidence to just keep striving. You think that was one of the, you know, really helpful things?
Yeah, definitely. And then, like, later on in the journey, when we also then had our mastermind calls, and you get like a little community of people on a similar journey, I found that really, really valuable as well, and a lot of great insights from other people, and also being able to help other people learn from what I'd learned and share my experience. And it's I found the process really kind of like fascinating in a way as well, how easy and comfortable it was to share stuff with essentially complete strangers who I've never met in person, but just knowing that they're in the same same space and on a similar journey, it just made it really easy to share stuff.
Yeah, I know on that one call where you were partnered up with Laura, she got a lot out of that. So, you know, Laura was someone that just joined and, you know, was just starting her coaching journey, and you're obviously just finishing it, but yet there's so many similarities between the two of you. And I've had calls with her since where, you know, she's really, you know, told me how valuable that was for her. So then, you know, you're almost becoming like this, it's almost like you become a graduate, or you become like an alumni or something, and then you get to like talk to the students and help them along their journey. That's really special, isn't it?
Yeah, that was really cool. I really enjoyed that call as well.
Yeah. And so, yeah, let's talk a little bit about, you know, where you are now, and, you know, just generally the new way that you're seeing the world, some of the new behaviors that you're practicing within yourself and within your relationships, and how that's been a benefit to you.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, the morning routine definitely has been a big one for like both mental and physical health, I guess. Like just a good setup for the day now that I've been working full time again. So I do find it really, really important that I can keep that up on the weekdays especially. And yeah, it just kind of carries me through the whole day. And the work that we've done with like the affirmations that are now part of my morning meditation practice, it's something that I notice that without kind of thinking or a conscious effort, they just pop up into my mind like throughout the day when there's a decision that needs to be made, or if I feel overwhelmed by something, it really helps to kind of, I guess, recenter everything again and bring things into perspective and kind of just slow me down in a way, that I can make a more informed and calm decision with anything. And now working on the evening routine as well, it just kind of feeds into the morning so much as well, which I don't think I really valued that much before. Like, I just kind of had this idea that as long as I get my morning routine right, it'll be fine. But yeah, if you don't have the proper setup in the evening, it makes it so much harder to keep up the morning routine as well. So that's been great.
It's almost like a little perception shift, hey, because obviously you want to have a good sleep and you want to have a good morning, but there's that little chunk of time before you go to sleep, which is so crucial for making that part of your day successful in terms of, you know, the level of quality rest that you get, and, you know, setting up your day and reflecting on the day that's been, so valuable. But what else? How has it been? How has it impacted, you know, you just general quality of life in terms of relationships, work, anything else, personal life?
Yeah, definitely setting better boundaries has had a massive impact, both work and personal relationships. Starting a new job and always having quite strong people pleasing tendencies, and just giving a little bit too much at the expense of myself. Just wanting to say yes to everything. So that's been really nice to put at a test at a new job where I could kind of reinvent my work self in a way, I guess. So really kind of I guess relearning the idea what it means to be a good worker. Like, it doesn't mean that you burn yourself to the ground by going too much above and beyond. Like, you can still do a good job, and not at the expense of your mental or physical health. And it's had some great results because I've been able to get my contract extended. So I'm clearly doing something right for them wanting to keep me around. So that's been great. And definitely a big one has been the unexpected new relationship with my current partner. And it's been great to just see how completely different experience it's been since I've been able to set those boundaries and really pause and think if I even wanted to get into the relationship. And when it was a yes, it was a very clear yes from like deep within. Like, there was no it wasn't coming out of fear or guilt or any of those lower frequency emotions. And it's been really, really great to be able to have open and honest conversations that I've never been able to have in relationships before. So it's given a really solid foundation for something new, which is great.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so good to see. It's so, like, I'm honestly so happy just to be able to witness your that transformation, because it's been amazing. And then like the new relationship, the work, I know you're about to go on a holiday, like everything. You've just come so far from where you were before, and it's just amazing to see that. And I'm just so stoked for you, because I know how happy you are in this new relationship as well, and with your work. And it's literally, we talked about your dreams and goals and vision and stuff like that, and everything is just lining up perfectly. So it's awesome to see that, and I'm really, really honoured to have had the chance to work with you.
Thanks. Right back at you.
Sweet.